Hello everyone and welcome to KDH Art Class. Today we're going to be doing a Keith Haring inspired artwork. We've already learned how to do stick people in one of my previous videos, so I would recommend my little stick people. I apologize, it's long-winded the first few minutes. Okay, so maybe 4 or 5 minutes of it, there's a lot of talking. But fast forward through that and you can get straight to the lesson on your stick people. How to draw stick people to show visual verbs or action verbs, movement. And then on a different video, if you have access to pipe cleaners, you could create a little stick figure using 1.5 of those pipe cleaners, and it will also show you a Keith Haring project. So we're tying this all together with shape, but not like your normal shapes. These are organic shapes. They're not square, circle, heart, star, triangle, rhombus, blah 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 blah. They have no real name to it, so it makes this organic shape. In this case, we can kind of call them humanoid shape or people shapes, but whatever it is, it's organic. It's kind of, I always, curvy comes to mind when I think of organic. So let's get started. You're going to basically need is a piece of paper, and I'm just going to use a little half sheet paper. And you're going to need something to draw with. I like using the colors, and you are free to just use your pencil. So as I'm clearing off my little desk here, we're going to go ahead and get started. And then of course, as you finish it up, you can find different ways of filling in the negative space between your organic shapes. So you fill in your negative space, your people or your positive space, and you can fill it in with shapes, words. I was just having fun with words. You can do just kind of outlining it. You can have them overlap each other. You know, I have a little bit of overlapping going here, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I get so excited about these projects. Alright, so I have my little piece of paper here. We're going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit so there's not so much negative space around my artwork here, so you have a better chance of following it. I'm going to use a light color. If you would like to use a pencil and then you can come back in and erase, that is fine. But I'm not against seeing my little stick people inside my people. If you want it again to look more like the Keith Haring where it's empty inside, then use the pencil and then you can come in with your eraser and erase it, and you'll be left with a nice little organic shape that way. Okay, your choice. You're the artist. This is your artwork. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. So again, I'm going to start with a light color. Let me grab an orange that actually kind of works. That one's drying out. It's time for me to invest in some more water-based markers. And while I'm at it, I need a few permanent markers as well. Alright, so we talked about our little stick people having a head, being oval shape. And then we talked about the torso, that's shoulders to hip and your belly area, as creating what looks like the letter I. Arms and legs, you can bend them like the letter V, as in victory, or very, or vocabulary. I need to increase my vocabulary of V letters. And you can bend the arms in whichever direction that you want. I like to put a little circle at the end of it for the hand, and of course you can add your neck, and then making kind of these little V shapes for the legs. When you're looking at a person, and you look at the direction their legs and arms are bending, that kind of gives you your basic little movement here. From there, I like to change colors, and I like making my little Keith Haring people by not touching my stick person, but going around. Don't touch. Don't touch. And you get close and you go around your little stick person. And then I have this little spot in here, so I'm going to put like a little triangle. So now you can kind of see the arm separate from the body a little bit more. Alright. So again, I can get another idea, maybe my little stick person. And I like to kind of move them around to different positions so they're not lined up like you would be reading a sentence. And this time, my leg's going to go straight out. Straight out. Maybe they're super excited. Their favorite sports team just won the big competition, whatever it might be. Oh, I'm going to change colors. I've already done that magenta. Let's grab a purple. And again, tracing around, and I can stop or I can go on top. I think I'm just going to stop. And again, I'm tracing around my little stick person. And again, if you did your stick person in pencil, you can erase these and then you'll just have kind of this little negative thing. If you're doing them kind of small like I am, you may want to do it, oh goodness, I would say about 10 or 12 of them to fit in here. So small is not necessarily the best way to do if you're trying to just get by with very little. Okay. So that's all up to you. I'm going to create another stick person. This one's really going to be doing some crazy stuff. We've got some tumbling going on here. So I've made it bigger, fill in more space. That, and just create some new movement instead of the same old, same old. It's alright if it falls off the page. Again, you're not touching, you're going around. And I'm leaving my area in the middle a little bit bigger to look more like a body. Alright. So who knows where this craziness is all beginning. As you're figuring out what your person is doing, it gets challenging when you're going behind so that you can't really see. Maybe I'll have his little foot stick out. Maybe the other one's going to hang out down there. So I'm imagining it going through my little person over here. And again, tracing around. Leaving a little bit bigger in the body area. And once you've added enough people to really fill in your entire space here, then you have all this space in between. That's the negative space. So what are you going to do with the negative space? I think I'm going to add One more little person here. Maybe they're just stretching. Maybe they're doing some cool breakdance move. Who knows what my mind is thinking. Sometimes I like to just let it go wild and see what happens. Well, that's looking kind of cool. So I would definitely need a couple more, and you can do them in different directions. And you want to cross down here. Maybe this one's just laying down and laying out. Oh, I could have. Yeah. And we'll just stretch those legs out. He's on the sofa, chilling, watching TV. Maybe I'll do a darker green around here. And just have some fun with this. Now, in this particular case, I have a couple spots in between. I need a little triangle here. And I think I'm just going to add a line just in between, right there, just to kind of fill it in. And I mean, you still have room elsewhere. And now the fun part. Now you get to kind of fill it in. So you could use some bubble letters or block letters. If you have really nice handwriting, you can be, you know, handwriting something over and over again. For example, almost treat this like a little diary. Forgive me, I have to turn my paper sideways. I'll try and turn more. There you go. Like here, I am relaxing in front of the TV, watching. Ooh, I may not have enough room. And then you got to get creative. Favorite show. So you could be filling it in with words. You can just repeat the same word again and again. I'm constantly telling myself to relax. 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 Or another fun thing to do is trace around your negative space, making it smaller and smaller and smaller. It'll look a little bit like a mola for those that know what that is. So in this case, I can take this negative space. Again, I'm not touching the people. I'm not touching any words that are in there. It's kind of a big negative space. Perfect. And it goes all the way around. And then, of course, I like to change colors. Oh, not that. Orange of my people. Maybe I can change it to a purple. And again, not making sure that I'm not going to touch anything, just kind of follow it around. And you see how it got smaller, smaller. But what a fun way to start filling in. Oops. That negative space. and filling it in. We haven't used yellow. Yellow would be a fun little finishing one here. And you just kind of fill it in that way. And you can even do it with like different color combinations. Maybe this side. This little section here, and I'll stop it right there. We'll start off with the red. And do purple next. And like we did the arms and stuff, where you can come back in and fill in some of those spots. Go with the green after that, a little green there. Maybe some brown. And then I can even repeat. Go back to the red. Anything that's going to kind of fill in so you don't have too much white paper showing. So these are some options. Again, I hope you enjoyed this Keith Haring inspired art project using your little stick people, tracing around again. If you wanted to do it in pencil and then come back in and erase so that you have these nice empty organic shapes, or if you want to leave the little stick people in there, I think both look wonderful. Enjoy this project and have fun creating. Bye!